This week's project, I just got my parts a couple days ago. I took it apart last weekend or Monday evening. I don't remember. Anyway, this thing you can pull and 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 pull, and it will not start. I went through all the normal stuff, the compression, the spark, fuel, starting fluid, everything, and it still would not start. So I even took the valve cover off because some people had said that occasionally one of those rods or something gets bent and stuck and it leaves it in an open position, one of the valves. All that looked good, so I didn't know what else to do. So I thought, well, maybe it's out of timing or whatever. And so I took the cover and everything off and checked the flywheel key, and that was fine. So then I just got to searching around on the internet, and I found somebody, Nathan somebody. I'll put a link to his video in the bottom because he basically goes through all the same stuff I did, but he knew these were plastic in the bottom, and this is your timing gear and the cam and stuff. I didn't even think about opening that up, but at the end of his video, that's what ended up being wrong with his, was this was stripped out on his. The key on this plastic key on his was broken. Mine was not, but the cam, well, when I got into there, first thing I found was pieces of the governor that had been clanking around in the bottom down there. So at some point in time, that went out. So there was two pieces of the governor in there. It did mar up the bottom of the piston rod here, the cap, a little bit. But everything still moves real easy and flows and whatnot. So I'll put it back together. All the parts that I needed, new cam, new governor, new seal, which didn't arrive yet, so I may just RTV it and be done with it. I think was $75 for all of it. So for $75, I can fix a $300 pressure washer, hopefully. We're gonna try it out and see. I got everything back. Here's what it ended up doing, was this lobe. I don't know if you can see that. Let me zoom in a little bit. This one here. Yeah, see right there is where you can, that one's like flattened out where the shaft, this little, I think it's a exhaust lifter or something he said, is this spring was broken on it, so it doesn't stay open or closed. This lobe looks okay. It does rock a little bit back and forth, so I'm not sure if that's where the timing went out. If you push here, you can kind of spin that a little bit, so that may be why it wouldn't start. And then of course the governor's all mangled and whacked. So anyway, we're just gonna put these back together and hopefully that'll be the issue, because it should have started. Everything's there. It had to be the timing. Everything just off a little bit because of all of the pieces in here. So we're gonna put it together and try it out. And if not, well then, you know, we'll box it up and sell it for 20 bucks. And here's the parts I've placed. If you wanna try it out, you can. Or we'll just save it for parts and use the little case on it would be really good for like a little wheelbarrow or something. I think I got most everything cleaned out of there. Don't see any more fragments or nothing. These are very simple little machines. You know, that's what I like about small engines. Kind of getting tired of working on cars. Philip's been working on all the cars lately. He's fixed, gosh, I don't know what he's done in the last 6 to 8 months. He's got all 3 trucks going good now. Well, the red Colorado, we took it apart, or he took it apart the other day, and he's working on it now. He's waiting on some parts for it, but he's kind of gonna do a top end rebuild on it. As you can see, parts of it over there on the left. Anyway, all he did one time was change the spark plugs and one of the coils, and then put it all back together, and boy did it sound like crap. Didn't like those new spark plugs. Checked the sizes and everything was fine. So not sure what happened, but decided to tear into it, and he's been finding little things here and there. So, but anyway, all that's just too much for me anymore. I don't like to keep all that straight. It was fun on that Jeep and a few other things, but I prefer this. I think it's my patience. I don't have as much patience as I used to. So, you know, these little things that take one weekend or something are great. You know, 10 or 12 parts and that's it. But anything's longer than that, and I just want to do my woodworking and be done. These things are fun still because they're like I said, they're small. But anyway, so we'll leave the big jobs to Philip, and I'll take these small fun ones. All right, I think we're pretty good. It's really simple to put back together. You can watch his video too, but right there's your little timing mark. A little kind of shaped like a tooth, and it's on the tooth. And this has got a keyway, so you just line that up. You know that's right. Put your little washer or shim or whatever it was back on there, and then you can still see it sticking out there. And then your cam has this little notch and little marker right there, so it's right in between. So you just want to put that tooth in between this tooth. There we go. And all of that's lined up. See how those are lined up right there? The one on the shaft, and then your cam, all that's lined up. And then for the governor, it just kind of sits on there. I think the case holds it in place, but you just kind of want to put it on there and get it balanced up against the rod there. And then when you put your case on, it should all fit on there right. Raise this side up just a touch to kind of hold it by gravity. Let gravity hold it on there a little bit. There we go. Okay. Now I do not have a new seal because I'm not going to wait on it. It says it was supposed to have been delivered on Thursday, and it's now Saturday. It had to been, it's one of those dumb packages where it's switched to other carrier, and then now you're relying on the post office. So who knows when it'll get here. So I'm gonna see if I'm just gonna put a little bit of RTV on here. It's almost complete. Never did all of it came off, so probably be fine, but we're just gonna put some on there and box it up. All right, well, I went and checked the mailbox one more time and it didn't get delivered. So actually, I'm just gonna use this Yama Bond. We used it on the jet ski for sealing the crankcase to the bottom. That's what's recommended to use on that. There is no seal for that one. You just use this. Of course, you're supposed to wait 24 hours for this one to bond up. So I guess I won't be able to test it out today. That'll be for tomorrow. And I did not wipe out this side first. But I can get it all put together today, and then we'll give it a start tomorrow. Because you don't have to, I can still put it together. Just can't start it up or put oil in it yet. And we got one big one over there, big one here. Not right. Is that right? Okay. Put that on there. Looks like that nice oozed out right there. Okay, and let's just put this back together. Everything else on here was a 10, I think, or an 8. One of those two sizes. For some reason, these are 3/8. The 10 spins around, the 9 don't fit. Oops. This is why you shouldn't use one of these, because you can't control it. what the torque specs are, so about that tight. Okay, so everything's put back together on here. Now I just need to get the frame back up here and I'll put it all together, and we'll, you know, luckily for camera, you'll be able to see it, but it'll be tomorrow before I can test it. Okay, so last thing I really got to do here is put the valves. Well, I put the valves in, just put the rods and everything. You'll have to take those out to get the camshaft out, because that bottom lobe will hook on the valve inside. So you need to take these off and push them up with your fingers so you can lift the cam out. Anyway, I found on the internet 3 to 5, 0.003, 0.005. One manual said 0.005. Can't find the one for this specific motor exactly, but I'm gonna put it at 0.004, which is kind of in the middle of everything that was said. And we'll just go from there. There we go. Okay, that feels pretty good. And then just set your other one. Same way. So mine wore off a little bit. I need to loosen these up some so I can get them in there. Okay. And then just put your cover back on. Okay, all that's left is to mount it back on the frame, and then we'll test it out. All right, so it is now Sunday morning. I think it's been long enough. I'm gonna get this thing put back together. I just ran out of time. Didn't even get to tighten these bolts in last night. So that's all that's left. Tighten those up, put the rope back on in the cover, and get some oil in it and some gas, and then we'll test it out. Okay, and if you're wondering what this is my kill switch. At one point in time, we took it off, and there was only the one wire coming from the, whatever this is called, I forget, magneto thing. One wire coming to that, and it was just hanging there. So I found another switch because the switch was bad. Anyway, so I just had to run another one, and I just had this one in here that already had a clamp on it, or a terminal on it, so I used that one because it snapped right into the back of the switch, and I needed a place to ground it too, so right there was a perfect spot, right around half a quart. So we'll guess and then we'll measure. That was the easiest it's ever been to start since we've had it. And it runs good now. Let's see if my switch works. All right. Well, happy wife makes a happy life. And she loves her pressure washer. And now it'll be easy for her to start. As always, get outside, do something, fix stuff yourself, and you can probably hear the joy in my voice because it's working. Anyway, it's just great. As always, we thank you for watching. We'll catch you in the next video.
That's great.